Hi everyone, it's Danielle. I'm going to be talking about 5 games that I wish was officially solo friendly. Some of these games might have solo variants that were fan made, and I think those are great, but I always prefer when a game comes with the solo mode and all the rulebooks related to the solo mode in the box because I mean, not everyone uses Board Game Geek, first of all, and I do think that there is a great community there with the file sharing and everything of solo variants that people make. I think that's amazing. But yeah, these are just some games I thought would be nice to have solo out of the box. So the first one is Marvel Dice Masters. So this is a game that I really got into during the pandemic. And so I got into webcam gaming because actually I didn't know anybody near me that plays Marvel Dice Masters. So I ended up finding a group online to play with. But obviously with, time zones and people's schedules, it's still pretty hard to find people to play with. And as a solo gamer, primarily, I thought, man, it would be so cool if I could play this game against like a scenario. Kind of like the way, co-op games work, where you set up a scenario and you try to beat the scenario. And I'm just shocked that there really hasn't been anything official coming from WizKids, who creates the game. But yeah, it's just, I feel like there's so much potential with it. And I've seen some YouTube videos about people who've created their own kind of scenario on how to play Marvel Dice Masters. I've also come up with one, but I don't even play it too much. I don't think it's great. And so it's like, I just wish I could get my Marvel Dice Masters itch scratched a little bit more often, because the group that I usually play with, not in my area, and they typically play on the night that I'm usually not free, especially with my son sleeping so late these days. But yeah, that's the first one. I love that game. I have so many dice, so many cards, and I wish I could play with them more. Maybe one day. I think there's still potential for it. Although I think the popularity has definitely like slowed down for this game a ton, which is natural. This game has been around for a very long time. But I'm still hopeful that there might be a resurgence of some kind in this game. So fingers crossed, maybe within the next 5 years, there's an official kind of scenario, solo mode, co-op mode with this game. That would be amazing. All right, so next on my list is Sagrada Artisans. So I got this game to play with my husband, and we played, I think, only just like the first, I forget if it's chapters or something, but the first chapter. And it was fun. I really, really enjoyed it. It's a very light, casual type of game. It's not very fast paced, in my opinion. And I don't think my husband enjoyed it too much. He hasn't seemed too enthusiastic on playing with me again. So that's one I really do want to try to finish, but I would need a solo mode for it. I did see someone on Facebook in a solo group that I'm in say that they're working on a solo variant, so I'm excited to see what that looks like. But again, it would have been great if there was something in the box that allowed me to play solo, and I feel like there could easily be that, that aspect to it, because it is just pretty much dice drafting. And if there is just an AI that can control that aspect of it, I don't see why there wouldn't be a solo mode within the box. But anyway, that's Sagrada Artisans. I hope there will be a really good solo variant available soon. But we'll see. We'll see. And if there is, maybe I'll be able to post a video on it, because I haven't been able to do much with that game on my channel. And I think there's a lot of potential for that here. Number 3 is Cubitos. I've heard it said two ways. So I say Cubitos because it looks like cube and etos. And then I've heard Cubitos, but I don't know. I'm not sure. I'll say Cubitos. Wait, cube, yeah, cube. I'm getting confused on how I say it now. Cubitos. But anyway, that is another kind of dice rolling game, and it's a bit of a race. You're trying to get to the end of the track, and so I really like that game. And I feel like there's some aspects of it that's kind of similar to like Long Shot, the dice game, which has a solo variant in the box. And so there's a lot of potential for Cubitos to have something similar, I think. And I just love the custom dice. I love the little characters and how they change the game if you buy those dice. I just like the whole like dice mechanic in the game. It's very well done and it feels super quick and you get such a rush just pushing your luck, rolling dice and you know, hoping that you don't bust out. But anyway, I really hope there's a solo variant coming, even if it's just an expansion for all of these. It could easily be solved with like an official expansion of some kind. But I don't know. Maybe there's just no demand for it. Maybe I'm the only one, which is fine if I'm the only one. But yeah, that would be a super fun one. All right, so next, number 4 is Star Wars Destiny. And wow, I'm just realizing that all of these so far have dice in it. So that's interesting. You can kind of tell the kind of games I'm into, right? Dice games. So Star Wars Destiny is pretty similar to Marvel Dice Masters, I guess, but a little bit more complex. If anything, it's more similar to a card game where you have a hand and you play cards, but there's also dice involved on how you play your cards. So that's a very interesting game. I've played on webcam, again, just like Marvel Dice Masters. There's really no one around me that plays. I have a huge collection of Star Wars Destiny stuff that I don't get to use. And I also think there could be potential with scenarios. And I know people have done it unofficially. But gosh, imagine how much content there could be or potential for like an epic battle, you know, in the Star Wars universe using Star Wars Destiny chunky dice. I think that would be just so much fun. And yeah, I guess the issue is like I have spent money on some of these things, like Marvel Dice Masters, you're buying sets as they come out. Star Wars Destiny, I got in after the game actually ended. They don't make Star Wars Destiny stuff anymore, not officially at least. And so it's just like I have all this product, I want to use it. I also really enjoy the gameplay, so I actually want to play. But I don't want to have to like force anybody to play with me. Like get my husband to play. Like I want people to want to play, and that's okay if there is nobody near me that wants to play. So I want to play solo. I could obviously play two-handed, versing each other, but it's a little different, you know. And then number 5, Hero Clicks. So that is a miniatures type game. It does involve dice, so the dice is not totally gone from this number 5 pick. But Hero Clicks, I really enjoy the aspect of it. I like how you have this big little, map or battlefield or whatever you want to call it. And you're moving these miniatures so that you're within range of attacking. And it is kind of like up to chance when you're rolling the dice to see if you get hits or not. But then all of your characters that you have out, they have these like special abilities depending on the character card. And then what's cool about these hero clicks is that they have like clicks on the bottom of them. And I think it's just so fun to manage. I don't know why. There's just no other game that manages like the damage and the abilities that it may gain or lose after clicking down a notch. And I find that to be super exciting. And just seeing when someone's KO'd, when you click onto the KO, like, I don't know. I find that super fun, but I have no one to play with. I do have a little bit of product related to hero clicks, but not too much. I didn't want to buy into it so much that it's just sitting there because, like I said, I don't play it with people. But yeah, if there was like another, a solo scenario, you know what? Maybe there can be a solo scenario for multiplayer games. What if there was like just one big box of solo scenarios and you kind of pick one and then you kind of like mix and match a multiplayer game that you wish were solo and went up against it? I wonder how that would work. Maybe you could like build your own scenario depending on the mechanics. I'm like just thinking, just like so many thoughts in my head about that. But like, gosh, all of these would just be so cool as like a co-op scenario type of experience. Especially hero clicks. I mean, I think there are opportunities for that. It's just not officially. That's the thing. So, yeah, a bit of a short list here. A roundup is Marvel Dice Masters, Sagrada Artisans, Cubitos, Star Wars Destiny, and HeroClix. So those are 5 games that I really wish were solo friendly, officially out of the box. So let me know what games you wish had an official solo mode in the comments below. I would love to get your thoughts because like I was looking around at the games that I play often, and I really do make sure that I'm playing a game that could be soloable, if that's a word. And yeah, obviously most of the games I buy are solo friendly. Luckily, it works out that way. So yeah, thanks for joining me into this little discussion about the games I wish were solo friendly. And I look forward to hearing your thoughts on what games you think should have an official solo variant. All right, well, I'll see you guys next time. And if I don't have another video and we don't talk, happy holidays. Bye.